are you guys doing? I'm Becky Raney, and I'm delighted to be here today because you know what? This pandemic keeps going on, and I really want to. This is serious, you guys. I really think that with these natural solutions, we can actually do a lot of things to help you sanitize your home, hand sanitizer. We're going to make lots of things today. So, what we're going to cover is we're going to cover your immunity support, making a roller ball that you can take around with you and use throughout the day to help support your body and the immune system. We're also going to cover how to make a hand foaming soap for your house and the bathroom and the kitchen and other areas of the home. We're also going to cover hand sanitizer spray. So this might be a really nice thing to have in your purse and when you're going out and about. And we're also going to talk about how to make a all-purpose sanitizing cleaner for your home, surfaces, and all that stuff. So thank you for joining me today. Hopefully we'll be able to do this very quickly. It is actually super simple. And first I thought we would do is talk about some of these oils and why I chose them. First off, the doTERRA OnGuard essential oil is crazy amazing. It's amazing. And if you only have one oil right now, this is the oil I think you should have. Everybody should have one. They should have their own personal oil. A lot of ways you can use this OnGuard oil is to really, first off, is to help build up your immune system. And this essential oil, we like to actually open the lid, put my thumb over the top of it, turn it upside down, and rub it on the roof of my mouth. Just like that. And I love it. It's very strong. So for first time trying, you're going to go, whoa, it's really pretty strong, right? And I like to rub the rest of it like on my neck or around my teeth. I like to keep some of this in my bathroom. So after I brush my teeth in the morning, I can rub it on my gums and put it on the roof of my mouth. And then when I brush my teeth in the evening, when I go to bed, then that's another dose, right? So first, that's a good way to help start with your immune system. But the doTERRA OnGuard oil is a crazy oil, and it's got some amazing things in it. It consists of wild orange, clove, cinnamon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary essential oils. And these essential oils are really great for helping with antibacterial and antimicrobial properties. And one of the things I'm just going to read here, doTERRA OnGuard is a proprietary blend that provides natural and effective alternative immune support while used internally. So yes, this oil is safe to take internally because doTERRA tests our oils over 60 different kinds of tests to ensure the purity. And because they're so pure, they're safe to take internally. Now, I can't say that for other essential oil brands, so please do not take that advice for other oils or oil companies, okay? doTERRA OnGuard protects against environmental and seasonal threats with essential oils known for their positive effect of immune system when ingested. doTERRA OnGuard can be taken internally to maintain this immune support. Okay, so we're going to use that as our main ingredient in all of these recipes. So if you don't have any other oil, this is the only oil you really need, like I said. And the first thing I wanted to do actually is we were going to make a roller ball. And the roller ball is one of these. This is commonly found. You can buy these on Amazon. And if you're located in the United States, you can find other essential oil company like Aroma Tools or Oil Life that they have them on there. And I'm sure probably in other countries as well that you can find them pretty local. And what you really want to do is you want to make sure that you get one with a metal roller on it, like this one. This one here has a metal roller. See? And some of them only come with plastic. And so the plastic actually will get stuck and actually they fall out, especially if you're using a citrus oil in your blend. So if you're using a citrus oil, that will actually eat away at the plastic and the ball will come out. And you don't want that. That's kind of a bummer. And we've had that happen. And so makes a mess. And it's kind of, not fun to do. So this is, we're going to make basically by taking, and there's a little tools that you can actually use to take the tops off these, but you can actually push the top Some of these come already pre-done, pre-constructed, I guess. Isn't this bottle pretty? It actually variegates from teal to blue. um, and so I just popped the top off, and I'm going to show you. You can actually use a little funnel if you like. I have this cute little funnel. Isn't it cute? There's some fun ones. You can buy little metal ones, but this is a plastic one. I think it came with some of our roller balls that we actually purchased online. Okay, so what we're going to do with this recipe, I'll post it here, but I'm going to show you real quick here. The recipe is actually 20 drops of OnGuard in a roller ball, and the rest of it was fractionated coconut oil. Now, you can also go ahead and include these other oils, like I'm talking about DDR Prime, 10 drops of tea tree oil, 10 drops of clove oil, 5 drops of eucalyptus oil, 5 drops of oregano oil, and 5 drops of frankincense oil. Now, you don't need to have all these oils, you guys. These oils are just really popular, very well renowned, known for building up the immune system. So if you only have OnGuard, that's great. Maybe you have OnGuard and oregano, and those are common oils that come with some of these kits that you first purchased with doTERRA, as well as tea tree oil and frankincense oil are also oils that you'll find in those original kits that you can purchase. So good oils to start out with. And so what we're going to do then is I'm going to take take the OnGuard, and again, you know, you don't really have to worry about exactly this many drops or that many drops and how you're filling this up, you guys. This has to be something that you want to decide for. The most important thing is that you get it on your body sometime and consistently. You don't want to do 20 drops of something on your body right away. You want to, meaning if I was going to do oregano and only oregano, if I did 20 drops of this on my body is only going to use 1 drop. So the 19 other drops are going to be wasted. So your body's going to assimilate the oil over a couple hours. It's kind of like filling a gas tank up with gas, and then you drive around and then it gets empty again, and then you fill it back up. So just like this, your car can't use the whole gallon of gas right away, right? It takes a while to use it up. So this is what you're going to consider with the oils. And we're going to actually put these in a roller ball, and then we're going to stretch it with fractionated coconut oil. So you can just put a little bit on your body, and then after 2 hours or so, you can do it again. Let's say you're feeling like your immune system's very weak, or maybe people around you are sick. And this is a really good way to really help build up your immune system to help fight and help ward that off. Now, I'm not going to promise that it's going to actually keep you from getting sick. Some people start to detox when they use these oils, and they might get a little stuffy nose or feel a little sick or something. That's okay. Don't be alarmed, but it's also something just to be aware of, okay? So all you have to do is go ahead and open the bottle, and we're just going to go ahead and put the drops in. And just by simply counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 20, okay? And then DDR Prime, I left my recipe thing over here. So DDR Prime, I love this oil. DDR Prime stands for damaged DNA repair, and this is a cellular complex. This is really great for talking to your body and saying, hey, what are your cells doing? We want to make sure those cells are behaving and that they're taken care of. So this is really a wonderful oil. Now, again, with doTERRA, there's a supplement fact on the back of the bottle, and that tells you that that oil can be taken internally. So with this recipe, this one here is really good for people who are dealing with really weak immune systems. Maybe they're dealing with different illnesses such as like MS or diabetes or things like that that are actually weakening your immune system. And so we want to be sure that we are going to help support our body with lots of DDR Prime. So I asked for 15 drops on this one. $15 drops, okay. And then the next oil is the tea tree oil, and I'm going to do 10 drops of the tea tree. Now, tea tree oil is also known as Melaleuca, and tea tree and Melaleuca, I've got some great information on this one to tell you about. Um, tea tree, actually, I don't know why I didn't put my sheets in order, but this comes from Australia, and now they're starting to source this in Kenya. It has exactly the same properties being sourced in Kenya, and it's incredible because it's really supporting a lot of people in Kenya with the co-impact sourcing, which is one of the doTERRA's really pride, and we're very proud of being able to have impacting family lives on both sides of the bottle, people who are sourcing and farming and distilling the oils, as well as people who are using the oils for natural support. So the tea tree oil, this is actually sourced from the leaves of the tree, okay? And it's really wonderful for its purifying properties. Tea tree oil is really great for actually cleaning surfaces. It's really great for skin. And so it's wonderful for a lot of cleansing properties. So that's why we're going to do this here, because we want to help detox our body just slightly, making sure that we can stay on top of keeping on top of those toxins that we can't avoid. How many drops is this, Larry? I lost my list here. 10. I think I had 4 or 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, again, like I said, don't be so stuck on making sure how many drops you're putting in there, okay? Now, some people get really like, oh my gosh, I had 3 drops instead of 5 or whatever, or the other way around. Don't worry about that. The next oil is clove oil. Clove oil is incredible. It's commonly used in dentist offices and for numbing the gum a little bit. So if you have a toothache, this is a really great oil to use to help prevent, I don't want to say prevent, but help soften the ache, right? Clove oil also is very high in antioxidants. And when you measure clove oil, like on an ORAC scale is the antioxidant scale rating. And if you were to measure blueberries, like a quart of blueberries measures 2,500, and clove oil is 1,078,000. So this is incredible for antioxidant properties. And it's a real hot oil, meaning if you put it directly on your skin, it will have a warming sensation, and your skin may be a little bit sensitive to it. So this one here, we don't want to use very many drops of it because we don't want to be, it's going to be a little bit sensitive. But it's huge, right, for for properties to help build up your immune system. And the clove oil is actually also found in the OnGuard, okay? Now, eucalyptus, we talked about that. What about oregano? Oregano is an incredible oil. And I actually have to admit, I never used to give oregano that much thought because I just didn't like the smell. I felt like whenever I opened the bottle of oregano, I felt like the house smelled like pizza, and I hated that smell. I just tend to not really care for that smell. But oh my gosh, oregano was Hippocrates, father of modern medicine, used oregano in his practice back in the day. And so oregano's primary chemical constituents is cavercol. And what that is it's an antioxidant property when you ingest it. So you can take this 1 drop internally every day, or we're going to just add it to the roller ball here and make our own special blend. And you can take this as frequently, so don't worry about overdoing this one as much. You can, if you do this every 2 hours to really support your body and help build that up, it's really very supportive. And also oregano is actually also an alternative to antibiotics. So that is something really powerful to know. I know that a lot of people take antibiotics, you get sick or something. And, we have to be careful because our bodies are getting used to the antibiotics and they're not being as effective anymore. And that is not good, right? And so if we can look at alternative ways to do that. And also antibiotics, they are just what they are, antibiotic. We need to have that good bacteria in our gut. So when you're taking an antibiotic, you're killing your good bacteria in your gut. And that is going to cause lots of stomach issues. I think that's probably could be one of the reasons why we have such a bad health issue in our society is because of these drugs that we take that are had good intentions to begin with, and maybe were very effective in the beginning, but things are changing, you guys. We need to wake up to what's going on. The other thing that you want to use oregano for is it's multiple functional, meaning studies have shown that it will help our bodies with these common health issues such as bacterial infections, fungal infections, like if you have fungal feet, you know, like the stuff growing in your feet, indigestion. So if we have tummy problems, this is a really good one to turn to. Parasites. So you know that we have lots of parasites in our body. Isn't that disgusting? um, and so you want to do a cleanse once in a while to get those bad parasites out of our body. Sometimes when we have a hard time losing weight, that could be a reason. And so being able to do a detox with oregano is a nice way to go for that. It's very antiviral. It's very supportive in anti-inflammation. And if you have allergies, it's anti-allergy. And again, I spoke about the bad bacteria in your gut, which is also known as candida. So oregano is a wonderful oil to be taking a look at for that. And so we're going to add, I think on my recipe, my assistant isn't helping me. Okay, he's over there. Oregano, 5 drops. And, you know, I would say that if you felt like putting more drops of oregano in there, that would be just fine. And I don't know what happened to my oregano. I had it out here. Oh, she find it for me, Larry. Oh, here it is. It was hiding behind the bowl. It ran away. Okay, oregano. So we got 5 drops oregano. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then 5 drops of frankincense. And we're almost out of frankincense. And Larry said, don't give up on my frankincense. And you notice how some of the bottles, some of the oils come out very quickly. He's grumping it. I ordered more and it's coming. Okay, so now if you notice that we've got quite a bit of oil in here, okay? And so we're going to fill the rest of this up with fractionated coconut oil. And doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil is, again, certified pure, tested grade oil, so we know that it's pure. And that's what we want, is we really want to be sure we're building up our immune system. We do not want to add any toxins to our body, right? So you always want to be sure. Now, this is where you might want to take the funnel and stick the funnel in. And if you don't have one, you know, you just take some mindful eye. The funnels we never had for a long time, and I think we got them a couple of years ago. They started sending them with some of the oil bottles that we buy. See, and I'm filling it all the way. Don't fill it all the way to the top, you guys. Leave a little bit of room, just a little bit of room, because if you do, it's easier to, because this is going to take up a little space. So you want to just pop this down, and you want to hold on to the bottle really tight. Do not just like, you know, and put it down on the counter and try to do it, because I have been to many parties where we've made these roller balls and they would go flying across the room because people just think they could just pop it down. But you really want to be sure to get it really tight on the top. See, this is touching. It's touching the glass. Sometimes this doesn't pop down all the way. So just make sure you push nice and tight, and then it will be on there really good. Because then what we do is we like to take the roller ball and we like to roll it like this and mix the oils up and bless them and let them know that we really appreciate their energy that they're going to give our bodies. Now, the last most important thing you're going to want to do is put a label on this. Do you want to know how many roller balls I have sitting around the house with a recipe in it and I don't know what it is? You think you're going to remember, but you don't. And so I love, this is the fun part. I made these labels. I have a company called Raney Beach Essentials, and this is an immune booster. And we put these labels on these bottles. And I try not to make the labels too big because, you know, this is such a pretty bottle. I don't want to cover it up. But I'm going to go ahead and go this way, I guess. And I always put the label on afterwards because sometimes I could spill the oil and then that will affect the label. Now, depending on your laser printer, if you get these done at a professional shop or something, you want to be sure that these oils can actually eat away at the toner that's on the label. So sometimes I will take some clear tape or something and go over the top of it. Now, a lot of people ask, okay, you got the roller ball now. What do you do with it? What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to for sure, morning and night, roll it on your body, but you also take it with you. Try to put it on every couple of hours, especially during these times. You want to build up your immune system. Maybe every couple of hours might be too much, but I mean, you really can't overdo it. So I like to put it on the here and go like this. I like to put it on my neck, and I also like to rub it on the bottom of my feet. On the bottom of your feet are where your pores are the largest. They tell us that this is going to absorb the quickest at the bottom of your feet. I still have a hard time not believing that because it seems like my feet are thicker there, right? And that this is a softer part of my skin. But try it, put it on the bottom of your feet, and especially if you don't want to walk around smelling like a pizza, because this does smell like a pizza. That oregano is very strong smell. So there you go, you guys, our immune boosting roller ball. I hope that was really helpful and fun for you to learn how to make that. And now we're going to go ahead and show you how to make some other recipes. So stay tuned. Please subscribe below here. We look forward to having you join our team, joining our YouTube channel, and please give me a comment below. I want to hear what you have to say and let me know if you have any questions or anything like that, because you guys, this is serious what's going on out there right now. And you know, these oils are very impactful for our body. And so I hope that you choose to take on and take control of your health, because that is the one thing you can control. And I think over time we've lost that. We've lost that mindset to control our bodies. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us. All in on oils. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode, part 2 of immunity boosting on guard program. Thank you.